What's up, fight fans? Mr. Mustache here. All right, Mike Platinum Perry has inked a new multi-fight deal with the BKFC to solidify at least the next couple years of his combat sports career. In a deal that I personally like, I think that bare knuckle is like perfectly fitting for a guy like Mike. He seems to really found his footing there, his confidence there. They're putting up good matchups for him. I mean, he was able to go out there and finish Luke Rockhold. He had the banger with Julian Lane, where it was very back and forth. Hurt his hands really bad, but now he's really learned how to put together some really good performances. Learn how to fight without the gloves per se. Like he had the fight against MVP, where he was able to drop MVP. I remember watching that, and he did. He won that fight, and they had that sudden death round, and he was able to finish out that round on top in a really good performance. So I'm happy with Mike Perry. I'm happy with what he's been doing there with this newfound success. He seems to be really happy with what he's got going on with his life. I bet they're signing him to a fuck ton of money, especially because I know he talked about possibly wanting to go back to the UFC. So if the fact that he's signing with bare knuckle again just shows that they probably are like, no, like you're staying here, like we're gonna make sure of it. So I'm happy for him. I'm not sure how many fights it is. It's definitely a multi-fight deal. Maybe two, maybe three fights. I'm hoping that's maybe two or three fights. And I like that this is kind of him able to round out too, like his stand-up ability. Because if he does eventually want to go back to the UFC and MMA, I like the fact that he's sharpening his skills as a boxer, right? Because those were the things that made him so dangerous within the UFC. So I think with him being able to sharpen up technically will only benefit him for the future if he wants to return for MMA. So I like that he's making this deal. He's still young. I think he's only 30, 31 years old. Still very young, still in the prime of his career. They're going to find fun matchups for him, good matchups for him, fan favorite matchups for him. I'm excited to see what they're going to do. I wonder if he's going to go out there and fight the other bare knuckle champions, or if they're kind of continue to bring in these other guys to fight him, like Luke Rockhold and other former UFC guys. I'm curious to see how that they're going to handle with these next few fights. I would like to see him go against these other bare knuckle dudes, but that's a huge risk for his name and stuff like that. But I mean, if he's Mike Perry, so I don't really see him shying away from that at all, taking a risk and fighting these guys who have been castaways of the UFC in a bigger way than kind of how he was dealt, right? I think he kind of wanted out of the UFC too. I really think that he kind of just needed a fresh coat. Just the whole sense of everything. It was just a perfect fit for him. Him going out there and just putting on these really good performances. I think 3-0 since leaving the UFC, and I really don't see any reason for him to leave, especially if they're going to go out there and pay him a bunch of money. He can go out there, sharpen his skills, fuck these dudes up. He really seems to have figured it out on how the whole bare knuckle system works and how to protect his hands. And I think that bare knuckle, they're going to put him in really good positions to succeed. So I absolutely love the fact that he signed this multi-fight deal. Guys, let me know in the comment section what you guys think of the signing of Mike Platinum Perry to the multi-fight deal with bare knuckle. Love to hear your guys' thoughts. Guys, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more combat sports by yours truly, Mr. Mustache. MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.